Well, hello there. I'm Kim Berry, Editor of Food and Drink Business. Welcome to Play, our weekly news roundup, brought to you by GS1 Australia, the only authorised source for your barcodes. For 50 years, GS1 standards have powered business to trade seamlessly, efficiently and safely. Learn more about the next generation of barcodes at gs1au.org. Massive news this week. It happened late on Friday, with Federal Environment Minister Tanya Plibersek announcing agreement between all of the state environment ministers to instigate strict new government rules to cut waste and boost recycling. The legislation will include mandatory packaging design standards and targets. It's a decision that will impact every aspect of our industry, and so I urge you to make sure you subscribe to Food and Drink today to not miss any of the news about its development and rollout. Two major resignations this week. Asahi Beverages CEO Robert Iavasi has left the company after 16 years. He was part of the team that oversaw the $16 billion acquisition of Carlton and United Breweries in 2020, and also played a big part in the Circular Plastics Australia PET collaboration with Pact Group, Cleanaway Waste Management and Coca-Cola Euro-Pacific partners. The first plant is already operational and it can recycle up to 1,600,000,000 PET bottles a year. Its Melbourne plant is underway. Group CFO, Amanda Sellers, is acting CEO. Angus McPherson, Diageo's Australian Managing Director, has also resigned after 3 years in the job. His achievements include the acquisition of the cult cold brew coffee liqueur, Mr. Black. He's going to depart in September. After a 25-year absence, Arnotts is back baking bickies in New Zealand. Its new multi-million-dollar facility has 2 lines that will expand its production of the premium cracker brand 180 Degrees that it acquired in 2021, a new shortbread line, and also it will act as an innovation hub for sweet and savoury biscuits. Fonterra has set up a new corporate ventures arm that will incubate, scale and invest in ventures in nutrition science. Nutrition Science Solutions operates as a standalone business within Fonterra with its own board and CEO. Its first investment has been $10 million in the biotech company Pendulum. CSIRO released Reshaping Australian Food Systems this week. It's a roadmap, the result of 18 months collaboration with 9 government and industry partners, and interviews, submissions and other interactions from 120 stakeholders. The premise is we have to shore up all components of our food systems so that they're more resilient, equitable and sustainable. After talking to some of the partners, I think they should be really commended for the integrated approach. The 9 partners crossed agriculture, health, packaging, waste, food security and export. And as report author Dr. Catherine Wynne told me, the issues are systemic, so you need a systemic approach to find solutions. The report's on our website. Treasury Wines is selling around 1,000 hectares of its South Australian vineyards. Chief Supply Officer Karen Peters said it's part of its continual review of global vineyard assets, but it does come less than a month after the company announced potential divestments and a business review. Now, something for you to ponder this week. Under its subsidiary, Biotech Foods, global meat business JBS has started building its first commercial scale plant to produce cell-grown meat. JBS said it will produce more than 1,000 tonnes of cultivated beef a year. So this isn't plant-based meat giving legumes a chance to shine. This is cultivated meat made from animal cells without any harm to the animal. And global food and beverage systems business GEA has launched its pilot plant for alternative proteins in Germany, which will specialise in cell cultivation and fermentation. That's just 2 announcements in recent days. But it's interesting then, in light of Rabobank's report that we just received on disruptive innovation in the food industry being over and replaced by incremental innovation in its place. It says we should expect to just see tweaking of existing products while the disruptive alternatives and the investors retreat. So look out for our full report on the Rabobank report on Monday. But in the meantime, is disruption a constant or more of a wave riding the economic climate of the time? So when it does decrease, it's not a finite thing. Anyway, after that little Oprah moment, head to the website for all these stories, the Rabobank report on Monday, and more. foodanddrinkbusiness.com.au. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, I'm going to see how many times I can work that in one show. It's a show now. Subscribe, it's here somewhere. Thanks to GS1 for putting up with this nonsense. I'm Kim Berry. See you next week. Over and out.